5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Yeah, what up, people? What's going on? What's poppin'? You have tuned into The Bad Boy Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. What's poppin', Miles? What's going on?
What up, son? It's The Bad Boy Show. Yes, son.
Exactly.
Miles Cunningham, Mr. Locario, son. Yes, son.
Exactly. And so today's topic, we're going to be talking about, can you replace game with money? Okay, because yeah, it's going to be deep today. It's going to be real deep because I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube, also a couple of MGTOW videos, and they're like, oh, if you have money, just get some money and then you can, get chicks, and then you don't got to worry about all this other stuff. It's not about game, and it's about, chicks want money and hypergamy and all this other craziness and all that stuff. So, but we're going to get into that later. You feel me? So
Shout out to the MGTOW niggas. You
exactly.
And for those that don't know, MGTOW is an acronym, MGTOW. It stands for Men Going Their Own Way. You might want to, Google it if you don't know what the hell it means.
Google that.
But
exactly.
It's a movement, I guess.
Exactly. And I don't want any of you MGTOW dudes getting all sensitive about this show, because I know how it goes. I'm gonna get emails and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, if you're a MGTOW and you're offended, just go your own way. Don't fuck with us. We're bad boys. You got MGTOWs, so just go your own way and keep it like that.
And shout out to the MGTOWs too, because this is the thing. I don't want people to think I'm against MGTOW. I actually think MGTOWs, if they do it right, because MGTOWs try to front, some of them try to front like they don't want pussy. You understand? Like, you got the MGTOWs that's
some
totally...
of them.
Yeah, you got MGTOWs that still want to fuck, but then you got the MGTOWs that totally, like, I don't even want to look at a woman. I don't want to have to breathe the same air as women. You understand? So this dude who's on that shit, and I'm just like, come on, son. You feel me? But I think if MGTOWs were doing it right, MGTOW should be the type of dude who gets the most ass, who gets the most cooperation from women, because when you go your own way and you do your own thing, that's what's actually attractive to women. You understand? But it has to be authentic with you going your own way. It can't just be you folding your arms and saying the shit, but you really not going your own way. You're just kind of huffing and puffing. But we're going to get into that too. You feel me? But before we get into that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back after this message.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
All right. We are back.
Yeah, son.
We are back on the Bad Boy Show, people.
Where all the bad boys at?
Exactly.
We trying to we starting the bad boy movement. You got the MGTOW movement.
Right.
You got the the faggot. You got the transgender. Well, we the bad boys out there.
Right.
You feel me? Everybody got their movement.
Exactly.
So we got ours, goddammit.
Exactly. So listen, we got some news stories real quick, and we're gonna get into this, okay?
Wait, hold on. Wait. Was faggot politically incorrect? I'm sorry. Queer or homosexual, LGBT. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay,
go ahead.
You know how that
Did
goes.
you play the sound?
You know how that goes. This is the time. Certain people you can't make fun of. You can't make fun of gay people right now.
You gotta be careful people nowadays.
Exactly.
Man.
You can't make fun of gay people now. Maybe in 10 years you can make fun of them again, but not right now. Not right now. You feel me? So
right now, right. The movement is too strong right now.
so listen. Oh man. So talking about, making fun of shit, right? Because, in the news, people are getting on, if any of you people watch the Oscars, I didn't really watch it. I saw clips of Chris Rock. So I wanted to talk about, Chris Rock, his comedic monologue and how basically everybody's hating on this guy now. You feel what I'm saying? You got white folks hating on him because, he was talking real shit. And then you got the black folks hating on him, some of the black folks, because they was like, they felt like he sort of threw Jada Pinkett and Will Smith under the bus with some of those comments. You feel me? So,
right.
It's, I thought this shit was hilarious, man. I thought that Chris Rock fucking, because what I thought was cool was Chris Rock just fucking, it seemed like he was trolling the Oscars. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm like, why would they pay this guy to just get on stage and just shit on everybody? That's what I'm, that's what I'm wondering. Like what kind of, are you that rich? Or like, are the people who pay his checks that rich that they're just like, fuck it?
You know what it is? First of all, I want to give Chris Rock a lot of credit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because what I think he did was, I think he looked at the situation and was like, man, if I do one thing, I'm going to make white people mad.
Right.
And if I do another thing, I'm going to make black people mad.
Mm-hmm.
And then he realized, you know what? No matter what I say, somebody's going to be mad.
Right.
So I'm going to just fucking shit on everybody.
Right.
Because it's like, he kind of shitted on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He shitted on rich white folk in Hollywood for, not being diverse.
Right.
He shitted on black people, for being like overly sensitive and not taking personal responsibility for, celebrating their own work and shit like that. Because he said it. He said, Jada Pinkett, not being invited, you boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. Like, I wasn't invited. And it's true. Jada Pinkett, you're not really invited. The only reason why you was coming, if you was coming, is because Will probably got invited. You feel me?
Right.
Like, last good movie you done was what, Jason's Lyric, and then she did that show Hawthorne that got canceled. Like, stop playing. Like,
and then
she's
on Gotham,
about,
I think.
How people, he said something about like nobody gave a fuck about the Oscars and how undiverse they were, in the back in the '60s because niggas was getting lynched and civil rights and all that shit.
Right.
So we was worried about more shit or more important shit back then, and it's a good point because niggas is still getting killed in the streets. So
right,
truthfully, we should be worried about more important shit than the fucking Oscars.
Right,
like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I feel Rock. A lot of niggas want to call him a goon and this and that, but I feel him.
No, and I thought it was good because see, people. I don't think people got the joke. This is how you know when a person is only thinking on the surface. You understand? Because people were like, oh, how could you, and I heard a lot of black people say this. It was like, how could you make fun of lynching? That's not funny.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, he's not making fun of lynching. He's basically trying to show the white folks out there that's on that other shit. Like, look, this is the shit that was going on. You understand? This is the shit that is technically still going on today with, people getting shot in the streets and all this other stuff just for nothing. You understand? So it's like he's basically pointing out the racism in society with that joke. He's not saying, oh, let's laugh at lynching because it's funny. He's trying to say, look, there's actually shit going on out here. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing that's good about comedy is that it's an easy way to tell the truth without telling the truth. You feel what I'm saying? Without really being forthcoming with it. Because if you tell the truth in a regular context, people are going to look at you like you crazy. They're going to dismiss you. They're going to be like, oh, whatever. But when you tell the truth with comedy, you understand? It's like, oh shit. You understand? Like you actually get it across because everybody's listening. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of them people in the audience was fucking uncomfortable. You feel what I mean? Like they was uncomfortable as hell. So, what happens is that like, since Chris Rock was saying some real shit, a lot of the people they were uncomfortable with what was like, going on. You feel what I'm saying? And that right there is just telling a lot. You feel what I mean? Because if you on stage and you making jokes and motherfuckers is uncomfortable, you understand?
Right.
And it's some truth to what the hell you're saying.
There's
You
some,
feel me?
right. And there's some truth and there's some seriousness. But I'm gonna tell you another reason why a lot of people are mad
Right.
is that the average person, truthfully, is dumb as shit in
Right.
America.
Exactly.
Dumb as shit. Because think about it, like, anybody listening, go. If you didn't see the monologue, or even if you saw the monologue and you were offended, go listen to it again.
Mhm.
You understand? A lot of people only heard the shit once, and then it's like they broke it apart. It was like, oh, how could you make fun of lynching, right?
Right.
But they're acting as if he said, you know what? Like he just started out like, you know what's funny about a lynching?
Right.
The way the nigga's lips hang to the side when he hanging out the tree, or
Right.
like he didn't just make fun of lynching. Lynching was a mechanism within the joke. Like the joke was way bigger than just lynching.
Right. Exactly.
But-
exactly.
Dumb people is just gonna be like, oh, he said the word lynchings and everybody laughed, so he's making fun of lynching.
Right.
Like,
It's
no,
like-
nigga, like you really listen to what the fuck he's saying and think critically. But
Right.
it's a lot of motherfuckers. Like I swear to God, I was listening to the I'm shouting out another show. It was the Breakfast Club, right? And they was talking about, oh, what do you think about Chris Rock's monologue? And I swear, this dumb bitch came on. Sorry, this dumb female came, and you could tell she was a hood rat chick, son, like straight
Right.
up, like listen, Chris Rock is a cool. He is straight cool, cause I can't believe he was making fun of lynching. How you gonna do that? And I'm like, really, like nobody even really. They're not really thinking about what Chris Rock is saying. They're just
Right.
like, oh, he said lynches and he's a black dude in front of a white audience. I'm offended. Boom.
Right,
And that's
right.
it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just straight people. They don't got no damn sense. They don't have no critical thinking. It's like if somebody was saying, hey, if somebody was talking about the word bitch, like literally talking about the word bitch and said, a bitch is defined as a female dog, and sometimes
Right.
people use it as slang to refer to a woman. Right now, just
Right.
because you're saying that and you actually said the word bitch. Somebody's like, they're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so offended you're using bitch. And I'm like, yo, I'm just explaining what the word means.
What
You
the
understand?
word
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how, like people just, I don't know. They're just ridiculous, man. It's freaking retarded. And,
Nah, yeah.
and speaking of retarded people, your man, Donald Trump, right? This is, was in the news the other day. I wanted to talk about this and, all the people.
Good segue, by the way.
Exactly.
That was nice.
Exactly. Right? Because freaking Donald Trump is fucking crazy. But anyway, this fucking guy, Donald Trump, they were asking him on the news, do you support, what's the guy, David Duke or something like that? The guy from the
The
KKK?
KKK guy, yeah.
And
yeah,
he
the
was
girl
like,
KKK,
oh, I don't really know him like that. And, I'm not going to jump to conclusions and all this other stuff. Now, when you first think about it, it seems logical. You understand? But because first he said, the commentator said David Duke. And so he's like, I don't know that guy. But then the commentator says, yeah, the guy from the KKK. You feel what I'm saying? And he
Right.
still was trying to act like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. You feel what I mean?
Right.
And the thing is you got to understand about Donald Trump is that he knows who his audience is. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
he, even if he believes that the KKK is on some bullshit, he can't say it. He can't be like, oh, I disagree with those guys and it's messed up what they're doing, because most of his supporters are, KKK supporters. You feel what I'm
They're
saying?
connected to this shit.
Yeah, like most of the people who's voting for him is in the KKK. You feel what I'm saying? So he
Yep.
can't say nothing bad about the KKK. You feel what I mean?
Right.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, people, and even with this whole Donald Trump thing, this is the thing I got to talk about. This is that people got to understand, like, Donald Trump, like if Donald Trump becomes president, which 99% of the chance he's not going to, and I believe he's not, I actually believe Hillary is going to be president, and I'll tell you why. Donald Trump, people are like, oh no, Donald Trump's in the lead, and all these people are like, oh, I hate Donald Trump, and blah, 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 whatever, right? See, what it seems like what they're doing with Donald Trump, and I'll be surprised they actually make him president or whatever, but what it seems like they're doing with Donald Trump, and they're doing with Bernie Sanders, is that they're putting those two people those two guys up against Hillary so that you will want to vote for Hillary. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
This is game being played on you guys. You understand? Let me
It's a chess match. Yep.
Right. And let me explain what it is. It's basically they're giving you the illusion of choice. You understand? This is what dudes who are players usually do with chicks, right? So what you do is, like, you know, what they're saying is, oh, we got these three candidates, right? So you could choose between Donald Trump, Hillary, or Bernie Sanders. So what most people see, they're like, okay, Donald Trump's a lunatic, so I'm not going to pick him. And Bernie Sanders is an old nigga, and he talking about some shit that's probably not going to happen anyway. So who else you going to choose, right? So they want you to choose Hillary, but they don't want it to seem like they're forcing you to choose Hillary. They want it to seem like you made the choice. That's how that's how the whole shit works. Because that
reminds me of that show, The House of Cards. That's exactly how the niggas get down, son.
Right. That's a good show, by the way. You guys
they make you do shit thinking that you chose that, but that was the only option on the table in the first place. You ain't even realize, B. Right.
That's the same thing they do with Obama. Same thing, because look, who was Obama running against? Fucking what's the old nigga?
McCain, John McCain.
John McCain.
You talking about the first time?
Yeah, the first time. John McCain and fucking Sarah Palin. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They knew ain't nobody in their right mind picking no John McCain old ass. And then on top of that, his vice president is
the dumbest chick on the planet.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So now they're like, even if you don't like Obama, you got to be like, okay, well, I got to fucking pick Obama because I don't want this chick to end up being president if John McCain die next week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how they do it. That's how they do it to you. You understand? Like,
but let me tell you something. Hillary Clinton, right? I want her to be president. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not voting for any of them motherfuckers, really. But I want Hillary Clinton to become president. And the reason why is because America needs to see how fucked up it will be when a woman is in control. We need to get to that because people only respond, and I'm stealing this from a YouTuber named Turd Flinging Monkey, but people only respond to pain.
Right.
You understand? It's only when we really suffer that we're like, damn, like that. All right, notice how Jeb Bush tried to run and niggas wasn't feeling him at all. Son.
Right.
Like there will never be another Bush in office again because the amount of pain that actually was inflicted on America during the last George W. Bush's term.
Right.
Nobody's trying to fuck with that ever again. You understand? Because that was painful for America.
Right.
So now, what I'm saying is, since they're pushing all this feminine stuff and everybody needs to, like, you know that they're trying to get rid of urinals and shit. They're starting to do this shit in Canada. They're starting to get rid of urinals.
Why?
They're saying that urinals are, like, quote-unquote psychologically abusive to females. And the fact that a man has his own, like, different type of thing to piss into is wrong. So that's just an example of how they're trying to push, like, femininity and all this shit to make everybody more feminine.
Right.
I'm saying let's jump out the fucking window. Let's do it. You understand? And let's see America crash and burn, and maybe then, people will start to wise up and realize that, yes, we do need masculinity in society. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm cool with Hillary Clinton becoming president.
No, that's real talk. That's real talk because it's like when a dude is a reform simp. Like he's been a simp. He's been thinking, or he's like a mangina feminist type of dude, and he's like, women are equal. They can lead and all this other stuff, and then
women are awesome.
Yeah, and then he gets shitted on, enough times, and he's like, fuck. You understand? He's like, I let her lead. I let her do this stuff. I stepped back, and this is what happened. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like that nice guy thing. The guy he's been so nice for so long, and he just keeps getting shitted on. He's like, yo, fuck this, because he's been through too much pain, but he had to go through it in order for it to be real and for him to realize what was really going on.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
gotta go through that pain, son.
that's what's going to happen. And don't say we didn't warn y'all. Okay. So if this shit happens, and she becomes president, I just want y'all to see what's going down. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so into other news.
When everybody gotta fucking sit down to pee.
Right.
Yeah, niggas will see.
Exactly. Exactly. And so onto other news, there's this spa in Queens called Spa Castle.
Yeah.
And it's basically like
that's my spot right there. I love
it's a place where, you know, they got the pools and the hot tubs, and you know, you go there and swim. And so basically, I guess they have like certain nights where you could go, and it's like couples go, and they use like, you know, couples were having sex in the pools and stuff, and people were, you know, swimming around naked and doing all this sexy stuff. And so people were complaining, and now they're supposedly getting shut down, or they got shut down because of, you know, some health hazard or something, or they were saying that there's not supposed to be, you know, establishments that are built just for sex or some stupid shit like that. But the thing was, Miles sent me this story, and we were talking about, like, you know, it's sad that anytime when anything has to do with sex or sexuality, it just has to be shut down in a certain way. It has to be like done, like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's not many places, you know, in the city or around where you can just go for sexual purposes. Maybe like strip clubs, but a lot of strip clubs have been taken down. Like even like in Times Square, it used to be a whole strip of places you can go to jerk off and do this and get hoes and whatever the hell.
Shows,
you know what I'm saying? Some peep shows, right?
And places where you could buy movies and toys and handcuffs and all that crazy.
Right, and now most of that shit is gone. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's like, you know, society, every time when it has to do with sex and, you know, that type of situation, it's looked at as like, oh, this is wrong. Why, you know, we got to take it down. We got to shut it down. We can't talk about it.
Let me, because I didn't finish reading the article. They shut it down for good.
I don't know.
I don't know. Down for like, you know, for like a probationary period or something.
It didn't even say. All it said is that they shut it down. So I don't know if it's for good or if they got to check some.
I love that place, man. That place is awesome. Like you pay like $40 and you can stay there all day. They got food. They got a gym where you can, you know, exercise and shit. They got the pool with the jets from, you know, it's like you get in there and the jets, you press the button and let the jets massage you and all that shit.
Wow.
Like it's a really nice place. Like it's not for sex. Like I mean, people, honestly, when I've been there, like during the daytime where, you know, they have, you know, they'll have like a lot of kids around, like, you know, parents bring their kids, especially on the weekends, parents bring their kids. And I've been there and I've seen like a couple, like, you know, like maybe the girl sitting on the guy's lap while they're in the pool.
Right.
And I've seen like a security guard walk up to them and tell them to separate, to like, you know, to not do that.
Right.
I've seen that while being there. So me personally, I've never seen any of those things that he's talking about. However, I was never there early in the morning or late at night because they open, I think they open at 6 a.m. and they close at 12 midnight.
Right.
So at the times when there are no kids there, I'm guessing like late in the evening, like, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12 before closing, there are probably no kids. And then that's when the people decide to kind of, you know, get freaky.
Right.
But what I'm guessing is that the people complaining is like, you know, the unsexy lame people or probably the people that go there and they're single and
right,
so
and they're not getting
they don't have nobody to rub up on and fuck while they're in the pool or whatever. So because what it is, I'm guessing that the security is probably a little bit more relaxed in those times of the night. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So people could get away with, you know, sitting on each other's lap, probably getting a hand job underwater or whatever it is, you know.
Right.
But the point is, it's a place to relax. And if I brought my own bitch there. Damn. I brought my own shit there. So if me and her want to do something in the water, I don't think that should be necessarily a problem. But you always have them whistleblowing ass people who, you know what I'm saying, who they just can't stand for a man to get his dick wet. They just can't stand. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this is happening. It's not because Spa Castle is a bad place. It's really not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Spa Castle is a cool place, but as soon as sex starts to happen, people want to blow shit out of fucking proportion. Probably because they're not getting none.
They just trying to hate on niggas getting some stuff popping. You feel me? It's terrible. It's terrible. So now look, listen, I have an email from a subscriber. So guys, if you want to send me emails, make sure you go to MrLocariotV.com and click on the sidebar where it says send me your questions. You feel me? So this question, it says, hey, Mr. Locario, I've been watching the videos and they have been pretty insightful. I would like to know, how important is eye contact in a dating game? Because I don't know why I feel so damn uncomfortable looking a girl in the eye. I mean, if I'm talking to them, I have no problem keeping eye contact. But when it comes to making eye contact with chicks I haven't talked to, I get uncomfortable and look away. Could you talk about this subject in your next video? All right, so he basically just wants to know, like, how is eye contact important? Now, for a lot of guys, I always hear this thing where guys, they always say, oh, don't approach a girl or don't talk to a girl unless she's checking you out or unless you get eye contact. So if you're coming at it from that approach, that's not cool. That's not good. You understand? Because if you're waiting for a chick to check you out or look you in the eye, then you're going to be, missing out on girls you can get with. Because sometimes you gotta understand, a lot of times chicks are in their own world and they're like, and sometimes chicks will avoid looking at you in the eye because they're nervous about looking you in the eye. You understand? Because
look, waiting on a chick to do anything is a bitch nigga approach. That's not a bad boy way.
Exactly. And the thing is, sometimes like a chick will think you're attractive and check you out really quick and you won't even notice it. You understand what I'm saying? So and then she won't like keep staring at you because she's nervous about staring at you. And also, if a chick sometimes keeps looking at you and you don't come over and do anything, she sees that as a rejection. Like she feels like you're rejecting her. So in order to not get rejected, she won't keep looking at you like that. You understand what I'm saying? So you understand, chicks' egos are huge. So they sometimes won't even check you out in that capacity. You understand? So the thing is, but you were saying, you get nervous when a chick is checking you out and you might like look away. You understand? And the thing is that, you might be getting nervous because you're not used to chicks checking you out like that. Or, you might feel like it's an uncomfortable thing because the chick is looking you in the eye. You understand? You should be expecting chicks to be checking you out and being interested in you like that. And if you do see a chick doing that, then of course you go up and talk to her. But you don't wait until a chick checks you out in order to talk to her. You understand? Like, that's the difference. So, it's one of those things that a lot of guys have to understand is that, eye contact is good. If you see the girl checking you out, then go up and approach, talk to her, see what's up, all this other good stuff. Because there's times where chicks will be checking you out crazy and, it's almost extremely obvious that she's into you. You feel what I'm saying? So, of course, go and do that. Even if you, like, a chick will look you in the eye and you might look away just on a habit thing, because that's what you always do. But even if you look away, still go up to her and still go talk to her and see what's up. But again, if a chick is not looking at you at all, you can still go talk to her. I'd say like 85 to maybe 90% of the chicks that I've approached were chicks that weren't looking at me at all. You understand? Like, even like I'll be in a train and I'll be sitting right in front of a chick and she won't look at me once. And then I'll still go up to her, sit next to her, be like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And we'll be talking, and then, we exchange numbers and make something happen. So just because the chick isn't looking at you doesn't mean that, you can't get her. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of dudes, they're scared to approach chicks who aren't looking at them because, see, a lot of guys want that feeling of it's safe to go and approach her now. You understand? It's safe. And it's almost like you sound sort of like women who want to make sure you're not the guy who's just going to fuck him and leave. They're like, oh, I got to make sure he likes me. So after he has sex with me, he doesn't leave because I don't want my, fragile ego to be hurt. Or I don't want to feel a certain way. It's the same way where guys are looking for that eye contact. They're like, I want to wait for a girl to look at me and check me out of my eyes so that I make sure that she's into me or I feel like she's into me. So I won't have to risk rejection if I go up and talk to her. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really all that shit is. You know what I mean? So
I think another thing too is that eye contact is a big part of body language, and okay, it's kind of like you ever played the staring game?
Right, right.
When you was little and the first person to look away kind of loses.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's if you look at it like from an animal instinct type of perspective, then as a man, if you're trying to establish yourself or establish not necessarily dominance, but establish presence
mm-hmm.
and be assertive in your establishment, I think it's important that you know how to, like, once you catch eye contact, you know how to hold it,
right.
and possibly even add like a smile or a wink,
right?
Like, because the thing with that is the eyes say so much more than your mouth could sometimes,
right?
Especially when there's distance between you and the other person. So when both of y'all, now this is for those instances when the girl is actually looking back at, because like you said, a lot of times they're not going to be looking at you because they're in their own world. They're on the phone with the headphones and the this and the that, whatever.
Right.
You know, those times you do what the fuck you want. If she look good, just go up and holler and see what happens. It don't matter. But even when you go up to it and holler, and as soon as you start talking to her, you look her dead in her eye to let her know that you're serious. Like I said,
right.
Establishing presence and asserting yourself. But when you catching the eye contact from across the distance, try not to break it, because that little instance, they'll figure, like you said, they'll either figure that you're actually not interested in them, or they'll figure that you're scared.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And once they catch that little feeling like you're off about your game, or they either feel like they already won that battle and they're not fucking with you, or they subconsciously they feel like you're weak.
Right. Real
and
talk.
I mean, I don't really want to put so much stress on this, because I don't like stressing over chicks in the first place.
Right.
But just in the realm of like the animal instinct part of it, it's very important that you establish, when you catch the eye contact, you hold it and you establish that you're looking at her, you're interested in her, and you're not backing down. And this ain't it's game, but for you it ain't no game. Like, you're not playing around. Like, yo, I'm about to come over there and holler at you, or you're letting her know, yo, I'm definitely interested in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, you might want to throw a wink or a smile to let her know that you're engaged and you're not afraid. Like, because remember, subconsciously, a woman is looking for resources. She's looking for security. She's looking for strength. You understand? So you have to establish that from the first contact, and a lot of times the first contact is the eyes. So you have to hold fast to your eye contact and assert yourself.
Real fucking talk, man. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back after these messages. You're listening to the Bad Boy Radio Show. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to PavionPhoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at PavionPhoto.com. That's PAVION Photo.com. PavionPhoto.com. Yeah. We are back. We are back on the Bad Boy Show. We are back. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. So today's topic, we are going to be talking about, can you replace game with money? Okay. Because I've been seeing a lot of videos. I've been, reading a lot of things online, and I even saw this video today where this dude is like, oh, these dating coaches be lying, they're telling you need game, but all you really need is to make a lot of money, and then chicks will be all over you. You understand? And the thing is, I wish it was that easy. Because my question first is, how much money do you need? Do I need, to make $30,000 a year? Do I need to make $100,000? Do I need to be a millionaire? How much money do I need in order to be successful with women? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the question I would ask, because, and if it's you got to be rich or you got to have a lot of money, most people don't have a lot of money. You feel what I'm saying? So how is this going to technically equate to you getting girls? And now the first thing I want to talk about is, that if you have money, right, there is going to be women who's going to pay attention to you because you have money, or they're going to want to be around you because you have money. But the thing is, you got to ask yourself, how does this woman know you have the money? You understand? That's the part that, like, guys never really talk about, because let's say, for example, right? We are, we're in a club. It's me, Miles, and some other dude, right? Let's say this other dude is a millionaire. This guy, or not even this nigga, he has like $20 million in the bank. You feel what I'm saying? He's a multimillionaire, right? Now, how is he going to let the women know that he's a millionaire, right? How are they going to know he's a millionaire in order for them to be attracted to him because he has money? You feel what I'm saying? What does he need to do? Because what is he going to, he's going to buy bottles in the club? Anybody can do that. Most guys can buy bottles if you wanted to. You could buy some bottles and, front in the club like you got a lot of money. You feel what I'm saying? Or like, what is he going to do? Is he going to go up to every woman and say, hey, miss, guess what? I'm a millionaire. He could do that. But guess what? That's going to be him approaching a girl and talking to her, which is part of what? Game. You see what I'm saying? So you still got to have the game even for the girls to know that you are a millionaire anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can't escape the game. I don't understand where these guys come from with that. And also, if you think about it, a lot of these dudes who go to these pickup artist seminars and these boot camps and all these other stuff. You know how much these boot camps cost? You understand what I'm saying? They have boot camps that cost anywhere between $7,000 to $10,000 for a weekend. You understand? And that's a lot of money just to spend on a weekend. You understand? So if those guys have a lot of money in order to spend that type of money on a weekend, they're probably making at least 6 figures a year. So if that's the case and all you needed was money to get the girls, then why would they need to go to the boot camp? They have the money. You know what I'm saying? They would need to. They would just be like, why do this? Also, I know a couple of people who are matchmakers who actually work with men to, matchmake to get with women.
Oh yeah. We know those people.
Right.
Yep, we do.
And these guys pay anywhere between like $25,000 a year to go on like 10 dates.
Yep. Yo, we know more than one person.
Right, exactly.
And they fucking with at least 6-figure dudes, like
right.
At least 6-figure dudes to millionaires, like, and they keep model chicks, like bad chicks on the stable, like
that's what I'm saying.
These rich dudes.
That's what
so
I'm
it's
saying.
Like, yeah, if you rich, but you still can't, like, you still ain't got the game, like you still don't have enough game to bring these women into your life or to, go to where these women are at. You know what I'm saying? And even when you go to where these women are at, it's like you don't know how to talk to them. Like even with the eye contact thing that we were talking about before the break, like
right.
A dude can have a lot of money, but he could still lack confidence. And even though a chick might see that you have money, when she see that you broke your eye contact, she probably consider you a pussy or some type of dude that she can manipulate. So yeah, you got a lot of money, but you might attract chicks that'll just use you for your money, and that's it. Right.
And it's funny too, because I was reading some other article and watching some other thing where these guys, they were like, oh, these dating coaches, they tell you need game because they want to make money off you, but the truth is all you need is money, and then you'll get chicks, so you don't even got to bother with the game. So I'm like, but so my thing is, if a person like me who's a dating coach, right, is just trying to make money, right, and let's say that it's true that you need money, or money will make you attract women, or whatever you call it, wouldn't it make more sense for me as a dating coach, right? I'll say, oh, hi, I'm Mr. Locario. You know, buy my how to date chicks in 10 easy steps, and also buy my Mr. Locario business package so that you can learn how to make money, because girls want guys with money. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I'm just trying to make money, wouldn't I make a package or a product that teaches you how to get money so you can get girls? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. Like, it makes those. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And also, you know, when you talk about, needing money to get chicks, you're basically putting yourself in a tricking mentality of being a trick. You understand? Being somebody who feels like they need money in order to get girls, because they even did a story the other day about this homeless dude who was basically banging a whole bunch of chicks. Like, he would actually go home with these chicks. You feel what I'm saying? So,
yep, I saw that. Yep.
So how the hell is he, with no money, who lives on the goddamn street, able to not only have sex with women, but be able to spend multiple nights over these women's houses and have them buy him shit? You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. And the funny part is, I'll tell you something that I've never even said before. 90-something% of the chicks that I've been with in my life made more money than me. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, come on, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, the thing is, and don't get us wrong, if you have money, right? This is what I'll tell you what money will do for you, right? Money will enhance your game. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. It can enhance your game.
Right.
If
so
you know how to use it.
Right, exactly. So if you're the type of person, let's say that you're the type of guy who, you know, you go to bars and clubs around your way or whatever, right? And let's say you don't have that much money. So you go out, you know, on the weekend, you holler at chicks, you talk to girls, you know, you talking to them here and there, blah, 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 whatever. Now, let's say you get a better job, or you start your own business, or you win the lottery or whatever. Let's say next year you have 5 times or 6 times as much money as you had the year before, right? Now, what's going to happen is you'll be able to go and do other things that cost more money, which will put you in a specific situation in order to probably meet more women and even hotter women. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what happens sometimes, where, you know, if you have money like that, then you can be in, like, you know, situations where you can be in situations where you will be at parties and stuff, or in circles where people who have money, who have access to, you know, girls who look hotter, in order to make those things happen. But in order for you to get those hotter girls, in order for you to get those girls in them situations, you still need to have game. You understand?
Right.
Because if you're in that situation and you don't have game, and another dude has game, and he's in the same situation as you because he has the same amount of money as you, or probably even more, guess who's going to get the girls? You feel what I'm saying? So it's not just about you being able to have the money. It's about understanding that, you know, the important part is that your game will be enhanced, because the money is able to be, you know, the type of thing that can get you into different places, or even higher places, or even in better situations. It's like, okay, like look at your man who's what's his name, Kevin Hart, right? Look at fucking Kevin Hart, right? Kevin Hart is where he is because he had game, because he had skills, because he had the talent to do what he did, right? Then he had to also strategically plan on how to get from point A to point B, right? So now Kevin Hart, he's reaping the benefits in getting bigger and better stages, and getting bigger and better, you know, situations, right? Because of the game he had before to put him in that situation. You feel what I'm saying? So his money or whatever, or the stuff that he has, it's a you know, he can, you know, put himself in a different space and have more resources to do what he's already been doing. You understand? Bigger.
Right.
That's all it is. It's all, so money can make this shit bigger for you, but it's the actual money is not the thing that's going to make it happen. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, if you are the type of person, let's say if you do go to let's say you go to a bar as me and Miles and some other dude, we're at a bar, you know, and some girl, for some reason, she finds out that this other guy we're with is a millionaire, right? Because let's say I talk to this girl and I'm like, yeah, my friend over there, he owns the color gray or something, and made him millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, so And then now she knows that you're a millionaire, right? But you're a millionaire with no game. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now what's going to happen is that she's going to come over. This is probably some hot chick, the hottest chick you ever seen in your life, right? You're going to be like, oh my God, this girl, she's so fucking hot and blah, blah, blah. And then she'll probably, hang out with you a little bit, flirt with you a little bit. Then you're going to go buy her a whole bunch of drinks, spend a lot of money buying her drinks. And then she's going to go home. She's going to fuck you. And then you're going to think you're in love, right? Then what's going to happen is that you're going to end up marrying this chick. And then she's going to divorce you and take half your shit. You understand? Because all this because you didn't have game and you thought all you needed was money. Because you're thinking, damn, yes, I'm finally getting girls because I have money. But your lack of game fucked you up. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's
take advantage. Take advantage.
Exactly. And that's the shit that, a lot of these dudes don't understand. It's like, you don't understand that, like, and the thing is, I had dudes ask me, right? I had a dude email me one time and he said, and it was like a really like angry email, like these angry emails they send or that, they send you, they're like, you don't need game to get a girl. You just need money and you need looks. And what you're teaching is fucked up because you're scamming these guys and you're not telling the truth, and you got to tell the truth. It's all about money and looks and status and blah, blah, blah. So he asked me, he said, he was like, I don't think you need a game to get women, right? So I basically told him, I said, dude, you're absolutely right. You don't need game to get women, right? But what I told him was this, is that you don't need game to get women, but if you don't have game, what's going to happen is that if you don't have game, you're going to be subject to dealing with women who you probably don't really like or want. It's sort of like you're going to take what you can get. So basically it's kind of like this. It's like somebody saying, hey, do you need to go to college or learn a skill or a trade to get a job? No, you don't. But what type of job that you're going to get not having any type of skills or a degree? You understand? So you'll get a job, but you might be working at Walmart or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? For the rest of your life. So yeah, you got a job, but look what type of job you got. So it's the same thing with game. You don't need game to get a girl, but what type of girls are you getting without learning game? How frequently are you getting women? How do you know how to keep women around once you get them? You feel what I'm saying? And that's the part that people don't understand when we talk about game, is that game puts you in a situation for you to have options. You feel what I'm saying? It puts you in a situation for you to be able to say, okay, I have the skills to get more options and to choose this and to reject that. But when you don't have game, you get into a position where you feel like, okay, well, I guess I have to take what I can get. And this is why sometimes you see guys with, their girlfriends, long-term girlfriends or wives or whatever, and they're just looking like, this is the girl you chose? Like, is this is what's going down? And that's because they didn't have game. And that's what happens when, you're the type of dude who doesn't have game. You just sort of sit there and you just take what you can get. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really, what happens when you don't apply game or when you think you don't need game. You understand? Because again, you can get chicks without it, but you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, not understanding certain things, not putting yourself in position to have more options. And that's the point. And for guys to think that it's all about, when guys think it's all about, okay, well, all you need is money and looks, then what you're doing is you're limiting yourself, and also you are giving yourself rationalizations and excuses as to why you're not getting what you get, or you're not getting what you want. That's really all it is. It's really a rationalization and an excuse for you to sort of feel better about your situation, which doesn't really help your situation. You understand? So it's like, the thing is that you got to be the type of person who is not looking for, a rationalization for the situation, because then it's not going to get you up and going to change your situation to make it better for yourself. You understand? Because, I could sit here and lie and say, yeah, just get a lot of money and chicks are going to, bang down your door. Now, if women know you have a lot of money, there's going to be some chicks who are going to holler at you because they're going to want that money. They are attracted to that money. It's a natural thing for women to want guys who have money. You understand? it's a natural thing for women to want guys who want money. I mean, we're not saying that, you know, women aren't attracted to guys who have money or don't want guys who have money. There are going to be women who are going to want guys who have money. You understand what I'm saying?
Chicks want guys with money.
Right.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
be fucking clear, nigga. Like, nah, like, you would, like, see, okay, yeah. Chicks want guys with money. Chicks want dudes with money, period.
Right. But the thing is, you don't need money to get chicks. I think that's the
Right.
part that guys don't understand. But the thing is, also saying that statement that chicks want dudes with money, it confuses guys because then they think, oh, all I need to do is get money and then I'm going to get a chick. But it doesn't work that way, because just having the money, again, does not make the chicks flock to you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It just
right.
that's not how it goes. And the thing is, a lot of the times the type of girls that you get with who are with you because you have money, and then if you're with a chick, right, and she's with you, and you know the reason why she's with you is because you have money, and she knows that that's why she's with you, right? What's happening is setting up a dynamic for where you know that this is the only reason, and that's, you know, that's what it is. So now you're so dependent on your money as a crutch for you being able to get women. So now if something happens where you lose your money, which happens a lot, where people who have money, they can lose all this shit. Now you're saying, well, I can't get girls anymore because I don't have money. And what it does is that it affects your self-esteem, because what's going to happen is you're going to see guys who have less money than you, who, you know, even guys who probably look, you know, who don't look as good as you, getting girls that you wish you can get. You understand what I'm saying? And it's going to fuck with your self-esteem, because you're like, damn, I need this money to get them. And then now that I don't have the money, I got to spend a lot of time getting money to get the women. So you have that fucking middleman of money in order for you to feel like you need to make that happen. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I remember I heard somebody saying, like, it was one of these, I think it was a motivational speaker, one of these people, they were saying, you know, if I, you know, if somebody, you know, takes away all the money in my bank account, he was like, it doesn't really necessarily matter to an extent, because he said, I have the knowledge and the skill in order to make that money back. But he was like, if somebody just gave me all this money and I had no knowledge or skill, and then somebody stole it, I would be in a fucked up position, because now I have no idea how to get this money back in order to have the money that I wanted, right? But if I have the knowledge and the skill, I can always get money and always make these things happen, no matter what happens to the money I make or to these situations. And so that's what game is. Game is having the knowledge and the skill in order to do these things in any situation, so you don't have to have this other thing in order to get women. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know what's funny?
You only truly need money to get whores.
Right, basically.
You know?
Basically.
Yeah. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right, you know? Real talk. If that's what you got to do, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny, though, because
real women, you don't need money.
Right. And the thing is, the question that I get is, you know, does having the money, though, make it easier? Right? Does having the money make it easier to attract women? Right? Now, I'm gonna have you got to follow me on this, you know what I'm about to say, right? The money doesn't necessarily make it easier to have women. What makes it easier, if a guy has money, sometimes what dudes do is that once they get money, they get more confident. Do you understand? Because guys attach their confidence to these, you know, external things happening, where it's like, oh, I got a lot of money, so I'm the man because I got, you know, a whole bunch of money in the bank, whatever. So then that gives you a certain type of swagger, which that swagger is the shit that attracts the women to you. And the women are like, oh shit, by the way, this guy with all this confidence and swagger has money. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So that's really what it is, because a lot of times a dude with a lot of money who's still insecure, you understand? Because you're going to still have guys who are insecure and all that other stuff. Women see them as food. They're like, oh, I'm going to definitely take advantage of this guy. You understand what I'm saying? And then that's when your shit, you know, is like, you know, all over the place. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, you know, you can't be the type of dude who is just dependent on the money, because what's going to happen is you're going to be spending a whole bunch of time trying to get money. And you should only be spending time to get money because you want to get money. That's it. And
That's
you
it.
know
Not
what I'm saying?
because you want to get sick.
Right. And you trying to get money to get chicks, that right there in itself is the reason why you're not getting women, why you're not attracting women, because thinking you need money to get girls, it's almost like it's like the highest level of fucking simping ever. You understand what I'm saying? It's the highest level because you're saying that you're not valuable enough for a woman to want to be around you. So you need this other thing in order for women to, you know, want to be seen with you, to want to have sex with you, to want to talk to you. You know, these guys, they get into a bar and they feel like I need to go, let me go buy her a drink so that I can have a conversation with this woman. There's certain guys who feel like they can't have a conversation with a woman unless they buy her a drink. You feel what I'm saying? Because they think buying a drink is what's going to keep her there having the conversation. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn, like, I'm telling you. And when you do these things, that's the type of shit that fucks with your self-esteem. And that's going to make you even more insecure as time goes on in most cases. Because, you know, you're thinking, damn, well, I need all this money to get this girl. And what's going to happen is you'll be in a situation where there'll be another guy in a situation. You're going to be thinking, damn, I hope this guy doesn't have more money than me because the girl's going to want him. Or, oh, man, this guy is good looking and he has money. Oh, shit, I can't have a chance with this girl because I only have money and I'm not good looking. So I'm going to lose. Like, now all your interactions with women are based on, you know, your bank account, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, I've known dudes who, it was actually funny because I was chatting back and forth with this dude on Facebook, and he was asking me about my opinion on this. It was like a MGTOW group, and the dudes in the MGTOW group were saying that they just want to pay chicks, pay for sex, and then call it a day, right? And so I knew this one dude who was sort of on that MGTOW shit, and he ended up paying a chick, an escort, $600. $600 for a night of sex. Not even a night. I think it was like a couple of hours. $600 for a couple.
And she didn't even stay for the night?
Nah, she ain't stay for the night. It was like, I think an hour or hour and a half maybe of sex. You feel what I'm saying?
$600, you're staying for the weekend at least.
You know what I'm saying? What? And I'm just like, dude. And so their logic of saying that I want to, you know, they're going to pay for escorts or just pay for sex is that they say that, it's cheaper to just get the sex from the woman and to, you know, to tell her to go instead of like keeping a girl around or whatever. But the thing is, it's actually cheaper if you were to go out with a chick, spend $10 or $15 on a drink, and then take her back to a hotel and bang her out. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But see, the thing is, guys don't want to have to do that because they don't want to have to learn any game. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you don't learn game, you're just going to have to pay or compensate for your lack of game. That's all it really is, truthfully. That's all it really is, truthfully. Because the thing is, I'll tell you this right now. I'm probably the only dating coach who will tell you, because I've said this before, I don't care if dudes go and pay for whores. I'm like, if that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. I don't care if guys feel like they want to be MGTOW and never talk to a chick. So I will never convince you that you need to talk to women or you should talk to women. I don't do, I say, our whole model, you know, the truth is inside you is whatever the fuck you want to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
All I'm saying is that you have to understand that if you don't, because to me personally, the game is the easier and more cost-effective way to go about it. You understand? At the end of the day, because truthfully, it takes a lot of time on the front end to really get shit going with a chick. Like, you know, because sometimes guys are like, oh, I don't feel like having to go out and talk to girls and do all the other stuff. On the front end, it takes a little bit of time. But once you get a chick on your team or a couple of chicks on your team, you could have 3, 4, even 5 chicks at a time that you could call on and fuck them anytime you want. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
Right. As soon as you get them in position, you can call them and smash anytime you want. So all you got to do is get them in position. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of guys don't feel like having to go through the you know, the point of getting them in position. But the thing is, to me, it's going to be more money you're going to waste because, again, there's still the balance. If you don't learn the game, you're just going to have to give chicks money. you're gonna be spending $500-$600, you know, off top every time just to have some sex with a prostitute or an escort. And most prostitute or escort sex is really not that good unless you go to maybe like Brazil or something. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But most of the time, these chicks out here, they will fucking fuck you with a frown on their face. And you understand? So it's not that fun. I'm just telling you guys. I'm telling you. Like, go, actually, I always tell guys, go to Netflix. You have Netflix. Watch this movie called Whore's Glory. Okay? Whore's Glory. There's a scene in that movie where they actually, it's a movie about all these prostitutes from different, you know, countries like China and India and all these other places. So there was a scene where I think it was in Mexico, and they had these whores, you know, with their, you know, tricks or whatever, their johns and all this other shit. And they actually showed a scene of the whore having sex with the guy. And it was the most boring, exciting sex I've ever seen on camera or anything, like in person, anything. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And the chick was basically, the guy was fucking her, and he's like, you know, he didn't nut yet. And she's like on, I think he's on top of her or whatever, and he's like banging her missionary. And she's like looking at him, and all she's saying is, you got 5 minutes left. You understand what I'm saying?
What? Oh, man.
You see what I mean?
Like, how am I supposed to come to that?
That's what I'm saying.
You got 5 minutes left.
I'm like, yo. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just a different type of dude. I can't even, like, I can't think. And the thing is this, I want you guys to try this. All you guys, because if you truthfully believe that money is the thing that's going to make it easier for you to get these chicks, dudes could have been done this. You could just go to a bar or a van or wherever the hell you are talking to chicks and just tell them you're a millionaire. How the fuck are they going to know? How are they going to not know you're a millionaire? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm a doctor.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I just got out of surgery and I need some therapy. I need some relief.
Right. How are they going to know that you're not a millionaire? You could be like, oh yeah, you know, I run this business with this other guy, you know, and we do, you know, this and this and that. And, you know, we just came into our money. So, you know, I just became a millionaire in the past couple of weeks, and you know, it's been doing great, blah, blah, blah. And then if you see her light up and, you know, be on that bullshit, take her back to your crib and smash. You know what I'm saying?
Be like, hey baby, you know that thing, the shake weight?
Right.
Yeah, that's me.
Right. I invested some money in that. I invested some stock in Netflix the other day, and it just blew up. So now you know what I'm saying? Like, you could say anything. If you're the type of dude, let's say you have a blog online or some shit. You understand? Or you write poetry, or you're a rap artist or something. You could be like, yeah, you know, I got this independent label. We doing these. We did a couple shows. You know, I got like $100K in the bank just last week. You understand? Or you got a website or a blog. Yeah, my website is popping. You know, we get advertisements from this and that. So, you know, we got mad money, baby. Come on, suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? like, just do that. That's what I'm saying.
Or do the Tom Likas where you can hang around at a bank and
right.
then get a ATM slip with a high balance on it.
Right.
And then write your number down on the bank balance and give it to the chick.
Exactly. That's
She'll think that your bank balance.
Right. You know what I'm
She'll call
saying?
you right back.
Try it out. And the thing is, this is the part that's funny though, is that, see, guys don't understand that there are a bazillion things that go on between when you meet a chick to when you actually stick your penis in her that can go wrong, or that will go astray, that will prevent you from sticking your penis in her. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a million fucking things. There's so many different levels that go along. Even, you know, like if you meet a chick, you meet her, y'all talk, let's say you got her number. Now you got her number. Guess what? You call her, she never calls you again. You feel what I'm saying? Or she calls you, or you call her, y'all go out on a date and y'all hang out, but you didn't hit, and then you never see her again after that first date. You feel what I'm saying? It's like so many different things. You feel what I mean? So what I'm saying is that in order to prevent those things from happening in more cases like that, in more cases, you need to learn the game. Because again, you could lie and say you have a lot of money, or you could have a lot of money. Then a girl is, talking to you or hollering, or you're hollering at the girl. And then all of a sudden, she doesn't fuck you. And if she doesn't fuck you because between you meeting her and you trying to fuck her, there were certain things you were doing in the interim that made you not get with her or end up fucking her because your game was weak. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You understand? Like, Miles, you remember a long time ago I don't know if you remember this, we were in like Meatpacking District, and we met this really bad like chick, and then she was talking about how she was how Wyclef tried to holler at her or some shit like that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You remember that shit? And the thing is, she could have been lying about the shit she was doing or whatever, but she was basically saying, yeah, Wyclef tried to holler at her, but she wasn't trying to hear it and all this other stuff. I'm like, whatever. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of times
where down Wyclef.
Right. There's a lot of times that guys who have all this money and all this stuff still get caught up. Look at your man James Franco. You remember that shit that happened with him where he was in New York City.
Twitter, right?
He was in what?
It was on Twitter, yeah?
Yeah, it was on Twitter. I think what was it? Yeah, it was Twitter that happened on, I think, where he was in, I think, New York City doing a play. He meets some chick after his play, and I think, wasn't she like underage or something like that, or 17 or something like that, something goofy. But anyway, this is fucking James Franco, okay? He's rich and he's a sex symbol. You understand? And he's still having issues trying to smash these chicks. Like, what kind of shit is that? You feel what I'm saying? Why would
didn't he ask her to hang out? Like, he just asked her to hang out.
Right. And the shit didn't go.
She refused him. Like, yeah, like,
right.
Nah, nigga.
Like, why does Justin Bieber have to fuck with Brazilian prostitutes? You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, why?
Why? This is what I'm saying. This is the part that guys don't. They're like, well, if you just get money, then you're gonna get. I'm like, dude, y'all have to stop with the rationalizations. This is what I was saying earlier. That's what happens with a lot of guys, is that they want to rationalize it. And the thing is, I'm not saying that there's going to be times where you're going to be out, and let's say if a dude has a lot of money, that a girl is not going to want to fuck him because he has a lot of money, and they're like, I could probably get some of the money. This shit happens. But a lot of times that is more of the rare case. And also my last point before we get out of here is, and I always want to say this, anytime when a guy talks about money, status, looks, it's all about money, it's all about status, it's all about looks, it's all about this, it's all about that. My question to you guys is, right, and listen hard to this. Pause to this question. What the fuck does any of that have to do with you?
Wow.
That's all you need to ask yourself.
Wow.
That's all you need to ask yourself. What does that have to do with you? So what I mean by that is, if you're a dude who doesn't have a lot of money, right? And you think to yourself, it's easier to, because this is what dudes either think. They think that you have to have money to do it, which is a ridiculous argument, because there's a lot of guys who have no money who's getting chicks, or they think it's going to be harder for you to get chicks if you don't have money. Now, if you think you can't get chicks without money, then I don't know what to tell you. Unless you get rich, then you're not going to get girls, because your mindset is thinking, I need to have money in order to get girls. Now, if you think it's harder to get girls if you don't have money, and think it's easier to get girls if you do have money, right? My question again is, what the fuck does that have to do with you? So that means that if you don't have money and you think it's harder, or you feel like it's harder to do it, well, guess what? You're going to have to go down that hard road in order to get chicks. Exactly. Pause. You're still going to have to go down that hard road to get this shit happening. So it's the same thing where I could say, it was easier for Donald Trump to get a business going and to get things going because, Donald Trump had money already. So you need money in order to get a business going, in order to stay rich, because blah, 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 blah. Right? And I'm thinking, damn, I want to own a business. I want to make money. I want to be my own boss or whatever. So what the fuck is Donald Trump doing? Whatever he's doing, what the fuck does that have to do with me? If I want to get rich, if I want to make something happen, guess what? I got to get off my ass and do what I got to do. So no matter what's going on with Donald Trump or any other guy who has money, who already have money to invest in a business, I need to get off my ass and then try to get money, try to put that in the business so I can run my business. So the same thing happens when you guys are trying to get with these chicks. If you think, oh, well, it's easier if you have looks and money and all this other stuff. Well, if you don't have looks and money, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're going to have to do something to get what you want for you. You understand? If a guy who looks good and who has money is fucking a chick, you are not feeling him fucking this girl. Do you understand? You only feel what your dick touches. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to figure out how to get your dick into some pussy. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we talk about with game. You feel what I mean? Like, that's what we talk about. See, you guys should be happy there is actually a way for you to get chicks. Because if it was actually true that you need a lot of money and you need to be good looking in order to fuck chicks, then I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. And if I was,
right, a lot of niggas would be running around with dry dick. Like
right,
this.
Exactly. If this was the case, all I would be talking to you about is how to get a lot of money and how to figure out how to get some plastic surgery or something so you can look better. That's all I would be talking about. Those
right.
two things. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just like, God damn. Man, I don't know, man. But you want to say anything else before we get out of here, Miles?
No, you know what it is? I think a big part of this whole thing is because we live in, a place like America where everybody puts so much value on external things.
Right.
But no matter how much material, like no matter how much resources you have, if you're a person that can't socially connect with anyone, then you're still gonna have trouble no matter how much money you have or don't have.
Right.
So you gotta work
talk.
On yourself,
Real
and
talk.
that's what the game is really about.
Real talk. And guys, I want to thank you guys for listening. You guys are listening to the Bad Boy Radio Show. We will holler at you guys later. We're out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Inside you.
Peace. We are out of here. Later.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.